What's going on, guys? I'm Noah.
And I'm Declan, and this is NND MTG.
And today we have the three legendary creatures that are the Guardians, but in Shadows over Innistrad, they fight against Innistrad. Alright, so our first Vampire Knight is a 3 mana. It's Olivia, mobilized for war. 1 colorless, 1 black, and 1 red. It's a legendary creature, flying. Whenever another creature enters the battlefield under your control, you may discard a card. If you do, put a 1/1 counter on that creature. It gains haste until end of turn, and it becomes a vampire in addition to its other types.
Super powerful ability.
Mythic rare, obviously. Declan, what do you think about everybody saying that there's going to be a black-red vampire deck?
Well, personally, I just think it's very powerful, and I personally think it's going to be intertwining with white for Avacyn, as you guys will see coming up in the video.
And now everybody's saying, go get your Drana's now. Drana Liberator Malakir from Battle for Zendikar. It's about $5 right now. Everybody's saying it's going to skyrocket up when this set comes out because
it just boosts all your armies of vampires.
This deck, so far from the cards we're seeing here, is pretty legit.
So our next Guardian is Sigarda.
So-called Guardian.
So-called Guardian is Sigarda Heron's Grace.
Sigarda it's 3 colorless, 1 green, 1 white. For a 4/5 flying, you and humans you control have hexproof. 2 colorless, exile a card from your graveyard, put a 1/1 a white human soldier creature token onto the battlefield. This card, in my personal opinion, is just really slow for what it's trying to do. I don't see any deck forming around it. I mean, all the stuff that these colors would fit for are all leaving from Cons and Fate Reforged, so I just think this is a little slow. I mean, sure, you can make a whole army of 1/1s, but it's just a really slow card. Declan, what do you think about this?
So, let me see it for a second. I personally think that this would be actually kind of nice for a green-white support deck or for a green-white bolstered deck. I think you could have a huge army of green-white tokens, which a lot of those tokens cards are not going away during Cons, and the Fate rotation for Shadows over Innistrad. And I think this would be a great kind of leader of that deck.
But for the format, I mean, building a support or bolster deck, I mean, it seems a little slow to me because you gotta...
Seems fragile.
It's like, if you get board wiped, you're basically dead because you have to start all over. I mean, it's
now,
just...
tokens is a thing, though.
I mean, sure, you could run a Nissa and Gideon Love Circle deck with Sigarda now in it, but honestly, it's
and
just...
secure the wastes, don't forget that.
I know, but it just... To do all of it just takes so long, and by that many turns, your opponent's probably going to have so many threats out that you won't be able to defend.
So, what my friend here, Noah, is trying to say is that it's a very fragile deck, and one bad mistake can lead to a game loss.
Alright, so last but not least is the last angel, is Archangel Avacyn. Everybody's been waiting for it. Let's get into it.
So, Archangel Avacyn costs 3 and 2 white. She's a mythic rare from Shadows over Innistrad. She's a legendary creature, angel, of course. Now, she has flash, flying, and vigilance. When she enters the battlefield, creatures you control gain indestructible until end of turn. So she's immediately impacts the board once she comes down.
So before we even keep going, it's already an insane card, but there's still more to go.
So her second ability on her front side, when a non-angel creature you control dies, transform Archangel Avacyn at the beginning of the next upkeep. Now, she comes in at a 4/4 with all these abilities for only 3 generic colorless and 2 white. So for 5 mana, you get a very powerful ability. But she's even more powerful when she flips. So she becomes Avacyn the Purifier. So Avacyn the Purifier is her flip side. She's a legendary creature angel, of course. She has flying. When this creature transforms into Avacyn the Purifier from Archangel Avacyn, it deals 3 damage to each other creature and each opponent. Now, she's a 6/5 flyer, so you can see if your opponent's playing a smaller deck, it's going to completely wipe the board, and you're going to have a 6/5 flyer there to end the game.
Now, this card is probably one of those cards that is just going to control the format. Now, Declan is super pumped for this card. I'm going to be that guy who's trying to make a deck that gets rid of that card. So, I just really think it's too good to be true. I just kind of just don't want to play it. Anything that doesn't play this card.
So, thanks so much, guys, for watching our Guardian spoiler video for Shadows over Innistrad. We reviewed Olivia, the other one, I forget her name, and Sigarda, and then Archangel Avacyn. So, comment down below if you'd like this video and like our other videos, and subscribe to our N&D channel, N&D MTG, where we do all things and discuss all things to all of you guys of Magic the Gathering.